So let's take a look at adding the lower half of this page, and what we'll do for this, we'll go back into Explorer and I'll just create a new file, and this one's going to be called profilecontent.tsx, and we'll create the structure of this particular page, so RAFC. And what we're going to use for this, we're going to use Semantic UI tabs. So we're going to have different sections of our profile so that users can click from different options to see various parts of a user's profile. And what we'll use for this, we'll use a Semantic UI tab. So I'm just going to import tab from Semantic UI React. And what we can do is define the tab panes that are going to form the content for our page. And I'll say const panes equals, and this is going to be an array. And it's an array of objects, and each object has a menu item key, and this is going to be the about page, and each pane can render some content. So what I'm going to do, I'll say render, and then add an arrow function, and then we'll specify the tab, and this needs to be a tab.pane, and inside each pane I'm just going to add some text as placeholders at the moment. So that's our first one, and I'll just copy this down 4 more times, and we'll have a tab pane for the photos, we'll have a tab pane for the events the user is attending, and I'll call it activities, not events, and we'll also have the followers and also the following. So this will be a bunch of users that the user is following or being followed by. And let's just change the text inside here as well. So we'll say photos content, activities content, followers content, and following content. And what we'll do, we'll replace this div with a tab, and inside the tab we'll specify our menu equal, and we'll provide some options for our menu, and we'll specify that it's fluid, so it takes up the entire width of the container, and we'll specify that the menus are vertical, so we'll specify vertical equals true. The menu position will set to be on the right hand side, and then the panes will set to panes. So this is pretty cool actually, and let's go back to the profile page and just add the profile content down below our header. So I'll just say profile content, and it's not going to let me automatically import this either, so I'll just add this manually. Import profile content from profile content, and let's go take a look. And what we can see is we've got our list of our tab panes on the right hand side, and these are all clickable, so when we click these we update the content in the content pane, and that's pretty cool just from the small amount of code that we added there to implement this. One of the advantages of using a CSS framework like this is you get quite a lot of functionality just out of the box without needing to type very much code. So what we'll look at next is we'll look at getting our profile data so that we can actually display the user's profile inside here. And this means we're going to need to add a new method into our agent file to go and get the profile. And we're going to need a new store as well for profiles, and we'll look at creating that next.